Happy Thursday morning, everybody. I'm right back in my comfort spot, and even Louis the Legend sitting right there like the king he is. Song of the day. When the sun goes down on my side of town, that lonesome feeling comes through the room, and the whole world turns blue. You know, that's a really good song, and I could keep singing it. But I know you all are going to scream through the phone. You're going to say, Wallace, what'd you do with all that singing lesson money? Well, okay. We're at the end of the week, and there's been a lot of NASCAR news. And I sat here this morning, got my little blanket on. Temperature just been up and down. Now today it's cold. Yesterday it was 80 degrees. Now it's cold today. So, well, there you go. It says 50 degree in Arnold, Missouri, but I swear it was 80 yesterday. So, all right. Breaking news in the garage area. Congratulations to Steve O'Donnell, the new NASCAR president. Steve is actually a friend of mine. It's so funny, you know, as you grow older, some friends that you hang out with, I can't tell you how many crew chiefs that were like engineers of mine, like, man, I don't know, you just name it. There is a lot of guys that were just normal, you know, crew members, and, you know, they just ended up going on and being bigger and better. So congratulations to Steve O'Donnell. I have always thought Steve was very worthy. One thing I like about Steve O'Donnell, he looks like a football player. He looks like a lineman. So if Steve is going to, you know, be the president of NASCAR, he's going to run it. First of all, let me back up. I don't think anybody looks as badass as Mike Helton. Like the great thing about Mike Helton being the NASCAR president, he looks a little mean. Helton chew your ass out and you're like, yes, sir, because he's way bigger than everybody. And he's got a little girth to him. And same thing with the new president, Steve O'Donnell. I kind of think that's, you know, one of the resume skills you should have if you're going to be a president to any company, anything. Be a little big, because it's sad to say, but when people respect you, things go a little better. You get things done. So congratulations to Steve O'Donnell. I texted him. He responded. And so Steve Phelps, the man that was the president, Steve has gone on to take care of international affairs. In other words, NASCAR has been screaming that they want to go global. So NASCAR, assuming they're going to go global. I mean, we have been racing in Mexico for years. Now the Cup Series is going back to Hermano Rodriguez this year. We've raced up in Canada, up there at Montreal, and the trucks have been running up there somewhere. And so we've been on both sides. We've been to Mexico, we've been to Canada. Remember, I raced in Japan with NASCAR 2 of those 3 years. So NASCAR went to Japan for 3 years, and I raced in 2 of them. Okay, so Steve O'Donnell is your new NASCAR president. I think he's going to do good. He's been with NASCAR forever, so he should know what's up. Okay, remember we've been talking, everybody, all the NASCAR heroes of the past. Mark Martin was on Dirty Mo Media. You know, Mark Martin's like E.F. Hutton. When Mark Martin talks, everybody listens. And we all respect Mark the Kid Martin out of Batesville, Arkansas. I just love saying that, because when I was a kid, the announcer would go, ladies and gentlemen, out of Batesville, Arkansas, Mark the Kid Martin. We need announcers like that again, damn it. Announcers make all the difference in the world, and they put an aura about the racetrack. Okay, so NASCAR announced some fines and penalties. Looks like Sammy Smith, the man that started all this chaos. Sammy has been. They give him 50 points. They took 50 points from him and a $25,000 penalty. Now, on Herman Schrader's been up. Go there. I like what Kenny Schrader says. Schrader says, Herman, they spend $6 million a year. That ain't going to do nothing. Schrader says they need to sit them all out. And there's a lot more to that. I'll never forget they set Kevin Harvick out. And by the way, it's over there on Herman Schrader, but, Kevin Harvick would probably hold a record right now. But they set Kevin Harvick out a race. And I drove the number 29. Yours truly, I was the one that drove Kevin Harvick's number 29 GM Goodwrench Chevrolet when he drove for Richard Childress. I'm the one that drove that car at Martinsville when old Harvick got in trouble with NASCAR. Simmer down. Cleaning lady's coming today, that's what it is. She probably coming through, the doorbells are going off. Louie, look at him. Going like a hot dog, running around. So the penalty to Sammy Smith was $50,000 and 25 points. So all right. So it's been the new NASCAR president. It's been the penalty for Sammy Smith. They also fined Jeb Burton and Taylor Gray $5,000 for getting in a little fisticuff there out of the NASCAR, little hospital there inside the Martinsville Speedway. $5,000 is a lot of money, but it's almost like a side note, right? My God. Okay, so tomorrow, I believe on Friday, the NASCAR Xfinity Series director, he said he's going to hold a meeting with those drivers in the Xfinity Series. So it's kind of like one of these breaking news in the garage, Jerry. NASCAR Xfinity director is going to hold a meeting. All right, if you're watching this, boss man, you better get aggressive. Here, you can't be doing like this, okay? Here's my advice. When you have a meeting with these drivers, you don't stand up and you go, gentlemen. First of all, they're not gentlemen. Right now, they're assholes. I'd start out by saying, listen here, you assholes. You all driving like it. Don't give them any respect. That's the wrong foot to get off on because they haven't given you any respect. You got to treat them like children. That just like Mike Helton did me. When NASCAR fined me $10,000 because I didn't listen to them, they were black flagging me at Phoenix, and I didn't listen. I did later on. NASCAR, Mike Helton called me, and he was screaming at me. Mike Helton was screaming at me. Fined me $10,000. So, Mr. Director, the new director, I have a lot of respect for you. I forgot your name because you're new. Wayne Alton's been there forever. But now we got a new director. Do not give those children any respect. Start out stern and tell them how they're making a fool. And you act like it's your series. And you say to those drivers, boys, you have embarrassed my series. My series. It's the way old Gazaway used to do it. It pissed me off. I'd be working on that Levi Garrett car, and he'd say, boy, get in my car higher. And I'm like, it's not. I wanted to say it's not your car. But he made his point. He pissed me off right away. So that's what you need to do when you give this speech. Don't think I'm going to talk nice to them. Because they won't listen. You threaten them. I'm going to leave you with this. Steve Byrd, one of the greatest crew chiefs of all time. He came out there quicker than John Force. Louis came out quicker than John Force. Pow, he's gone. Great reaction time. Steve Birdie said they need to put him in the penalty box. I was like, damn, Birdie, I remember that. So NASCAR, bring back the penalty box. And for all you fans, respond right here. If you start getting rough, park them. Park them for 10 laps. Put them out of the race. If they want to pull off, then that's your point. But you park them. But they got to stay in their car. Park them 2-3 laps. Start rough. They start driving like fools. Park them. Put them in the penalty box. And we used to have that. Bring the penalty box back. All right, everybody. I think we broke down all the NASCAR news today. You have a new president. I told you about the fine. And I told you about the new Xfinity director. He's going to give a meeting tomorrow. If those drivers come out smiling, the meeting didn't work. Have a great Thursday.